It's that time of year again when we drag a tree into our home, spend hours decorating it, only for the cat to destroy it 5 minutes later. But why do we decorate trees? And how much has this custom changed since its inception? Let's take a look at the origin story of the Christmas tree. The first step in understanding why we have Christmas trees is to look at why it is a tree in the first place. Trees have been an important part of almost every culture on the planet. And in the dead of winter, when animals hibernate and the foliage falls from most plant life, it's not surprising that we would be drawn to something bright and living, like a pine or fir tree. These trees are known as evergreen trees because, well, they're forever green. No amount of snow or lack of sunlight can stop them from showing off their luscious leaves. This splash of life against a backdrop of grey was very much appreciated by our ancestors, who would most likely have been struggling to survive the winter. People began bringing branches from these trees into their homes, a symbol of life in the darkness. In some cultures, the branches or trees were used for specific rituals or festivities. Winter solstice, Yule, and Saturnalia are all examples of things celebrated in or around midwinter, and all involve the decorating with or of evergreen trees. Some thought they would bring a good harvest once winter ended, while others believed they would keep evil spirits out of their homes. Either way, they were central to keeping morale high during tough winters. So it's no surprise that when Christianity swept across the world, the trees retained their importance. Full trees began to be placed in areas central to settlements, and decorated with fruits and nuts, which would later be eaten by children. Specifically, apples were often used as decorations, signifying the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge. Christmas celebrations were usually a whole town affair, with lots of dancing and singing around the tree, followed by lighting it on fire because nothing says Christmas quite like arson. It actually wasn't until the 18th and 19th centuries that people began bringing fully decorated trees into their homes. The apples were replaced by red baubles, and candles were also used as decorations, with strips of tinsel placed to enhance the effect. Which, honestly, sounds like a terrible idea, but I guess it probably looked cool, and they were super used to there just being naked flames everywhere back then. With the advent of electricity, the candles were swapped out for lights, and other modern decorations like candy canes were hung amongst the baubles and tinsel. So, while the trees do, predictably, have some religious roots, they also exist partly because people just thought that evergreen trees were pretty cool, and they enjoyed having them around. And I kind of feel like we've come full circle on that way of thinking, since many non-religious people have Christmas trees in their homes. But what do you think? Whether you celebrate anything or not, I hope you all have an amazing time over the holidays.